Welcome back. This is Venkat again. As I said in the previous video, I will be showing you of how to create labels and button. I will do that, and in addition, I will also show you how to place them in the proper position in the window. And okay, let's directly dive into that and don't waste your time. So let me show you where you can find this information on the Tkinter website official document. So if I miss something, you may find that you may find what you need in this website. So let's directly dive into the document. So Tkinter, sorry, this is not it. Okay. Tkinter workbook. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So here we let me search over here. Yeah, so as if you see, let's go into the label. Excuse me. So to create a label, how do we do that? So as per the Tkinter widget, when to use the label widget. So here is the information on the label. So as it says, we need only two things. One is to add the label using label command, and then route it to the root or the master. The root or the master is nothing but the main window. So route it to the main window and then use the text command to type whatever the text that you want to show it on the window, and then pack it to the window. Pack is nothing but it how do I say that if I do the pack, okay, it equally matches to the borders of the window, and then the window automatically changes size to the whatever the whatever the feature we packed to it. So when I do that, it automatically changes the size of the window to small. So let me show you how does that look. Okay, so let's keep a nice name. We don't want to create the names with the something like label 1, label 2, label 3. That puts us into a trouble. The reason is like if you when you close this program and when you open this program after a couple of years or like after a long time, like maybe 6 months, in this 6 months you may be working on different language and you may be in the loop with that, and you don't know when you open this back again, and you don't know what is label 1, what is label 2, label 3, label 4, etc. So again you have to spend some time on looking on them. So to avoid that, let's use some proper naming convention. So let me put input label equals label root. Here they used in the website they use master because they are using master equals tk, but I am using here root equals tk. That is not a that shouldn't be any problem. You can use master or anything that equals to the tk library. So I use u, so I have to route the label to the root. So and then text equals enter input data below. Okay, so let's close it, and now let's pack it and see how it looks. Pack, oh sorry, label.pack, save, run. Okay, the reason is 14 module empty label is not defined. Oh, I'm sorry, I was using the wrong spelling. Label, run. Apologies for the spellings. Okay, here you go. If you see the window size, it got automatically changed to to a position where like it equally splits the borders. Like if you see the label, it was right away in the center of the two corners. Like you see left and right, if, so it's right in middle of the row, right in middle of the window. So that's what the pack does. Like it keeps the things in the center of the window. So you can't change the position of the label with the pack. So to change the position of the label with the label on the window, you can use place rather than using pack. What place does is, uh, and how we can use the place is like it places the an object label or anything that we are using in the position where we want it. And how we can do is by using x-axis and y-axis. So it works on the 2 by 2 matrix, like two dimensionally. So 2 by 2 is like two dimensional, I'm sorry, two dimensionally. So one is x-axis and the other is y-axis. So, and as I said, Tkinter uses pixels, not the Tkinter, but yeah, most of the time Tkinter uses the pixel, is based on the pixels, and place is also luckily is based on the pixels. So to place the label, what we have written, enter input data below, can be placed based on the x-axis pixels and the y-axis pixels. So to do that, let's point the x label somewhere around here. So it should be like, I want the x-axis, it should be 40 pixels away from the left side and 20 pixels away from the top. So I guess this should be in the good position. Save, run. Okay, so yeah, but this is a little down and it is overlapping with the text widget. That does happen with the labels. So many things can overlap with each other on the Tkinter. There is no there is no thing that it can by automatically avoid that. So we have to change, or we have to do it manually by changing the positions. So, but we can bound them with certain size and other things. That's the different thing, and that I will show you them in the coming videos. That's a little advanced in the Tkinter. So let me downsize this to like around 15. Yes. Yeah, so this looks good. So yeah, this is good. And let's do the same thing for the output label. So we need two labels because one is for the input box and the other one is for the results. So we got to do that for the two. So like this. So get output results below. Enter input data below. Okay, so get enter output results. Okay, and this is good. And I had to change the x-axis. So the output box is at 380, so I want this to be on 420, and this should look good. I guess so. Yes, so this is perfect. So yeah, as you see now, each label represents each text box, text widget. So if you click on the left box, it says enter input data below. So when you click that, you know what to do. And when it comes to the right, get output results below. So that's how we can see. So this is now good. And now let's add a button to do. So the button is the button can only do one functionality. In the Tkinter, each thing can do, each widget can do only one functionality at a time. So it can't do multiple things at the same time. So we have to be very cautious when we when we program using Tkinter. Just keep that in mind and do the program. So the same way button works. So it can only do one thing at a time. So the main job of the button is when you click it, it should do some job. Like, if I say enter, it should take the input data, like whatever we provide the input to the software. So the same thing button does in our app. So let's do that. So the same way, I want this button to do the ping operation. So let's create a button under the name of ping button. So I don't want the full name. So button equals button root. I now add the text. So every widget we add, we need to add, we have to route the widget to the main window root. If not, the root doesn't know that there is a widget that we have to operate, and the program also does use error if you don't add that to the root. And the text is to add the text that appears on the button. So let's say I want this button to do the ping. So let's click ping. Let's use a simple word. Okay, and okay, so now the button should do some operation. So a function or an operation. So how do we do that? How does the button do that? We have to give command equals in a command, whatever the command you want to, whatever the operation it wants to do. But here we have to create a code that can do the ping operation. So grab the input and ping the devices and give it. So in future we will be creating a function and then add that function to this command, to the button. So once you click the button, it does the operation by it takes the function and it asks the function to the operation, and that's what the button does. So it calls the function, and the function does the job. So for now, let's leave it aside like an empty box, and ping button dot place equals same here. So I'll use the place to place all the objects in the Tkinter. So I want this button to be around 350 position, X and Y 200. Guess that should work. Yes, it does. Okay, it is little outward. So I want this to be only 320. Excuse me. Okay, yep, this sounds good. So now, yeah, here I have now we have a label that shows where to enter the input, and we have a label that shows where we get the output, and we do have a button that doesn't do anything. Like if I click, I hope you hear the click sound, but yeah. So if you hear that, yeah, so when I click it, it doesn't do anything. Like at least it should blink, or something should happen, just like at least you see a color change or something is going on over here. But on this button, what we created just now, it's doing nothing. So that the reason is, as I said, I did not add any operation to it, so or any function to it to do it. So to do that, we'll do that in the future videos, but not right now. In the final stages, I'll show you how to add the functionality and exact functions and operations and all the things. But so in the next video, what I'm going to do is I will show you how to customize the labels and customize your window. So how to make your window to look better, as much as you can. I'll show you how much I can do with my window and make it very good to look. So as part of that, I'll show you how to change the fonts, how to change the font size, and how to bold it, and also I'll show you how to change the color of the main window and even the button window. So I will cover these 5 things in the next video. and I will show you how it looks when I do that. All right, bye bye, and I will see you next time. Let me close this.